What's up, Trojan? So I think I'm just numb to it at this point because after this game, I'm only seeing positives. Like, you gotta think, last time the Giants played Dallas, we lost 40 to nothing. This time, we scored two touchdowns, 17 points total on them. Like, at this rate, we could beat them one of these years. It could happen. Yeah, sure, they scored 49 on us. Yeah, whatever. Irrelevant details. Like, at the rate of us scoring 17 against them, forget if all of it was garbage time, okay? At that rate, like, we could end up putting 30 on them at some point, and if we could hold them to under 30 points, if we put up 30, we could beat them. Like, it's that simple. Give it a few years, we could beat Dallas. Just need a couple more years. Gosh, no, come on. It's a joke at this point. Literally just playing it for stats and analyzing and evaluating for next season. It's over. What? Even if the Giants somehow won all the games, like I don't think that would do much to help anything. Yeah, 2-8, not a great spot. If you're trying to do anything this season, but it is a solid spot if you're looking to get a high draft pick, especially since Arizona won. Whoa, Giants could easily get the second pick in the draft. Now, the other thing to consider, and as a positive, is Sterling Shepard got a touchdown. Like, that's awesome, man. It's always good just to see that. He got the last touchdown of the game right at the end. Sterling Shepard, man's a beast. Honestly, I think the Giants should play him more. Just because why not? I don't think the Giants are going to bring him back just to take up a roster spot since they hadn't planned on using him. So use him a little bit, and if it works, then maybe bring him back so he's not just taking up a roster spot. Because this year, I thought they could have used him a lot. I really wanted him to come back this year. I feel like he has a lot of use to this team as a slot receiver, and they just haven't used him. So I'm glad they, used him a little bit at the end of the game, tried to get him that touchdown, and he got it. So, that was great. And the other thing Giants did was got some turnovers on Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. Not only picking off the starting quarterback, but picking off the backup quarterback. That just takes a lot of skill, especially since the Giants position themselves. Like, the Giants forced Dallas to put in their backup quarterback through sheer skill of being down so many points, and Dexter Lawrence socking Dak Prescott with a nice shoulder and then not putting his weight on to make it not a penalty. Like, that took a lot of skill to do. So the Giants, really were going. Unfortunately, couldn't get them to put a third stringer in. We wanted them to put Trey Lance in, their third string guy, but just couldn't quite get him in there. Wanted to pick him off too. Picking off three quarterbacks in the same game. Scores irrelevant. Come on. Picking off three quarterbacks in the same game. Really what we were looking to do out there. Couldn't quite get it done, but we're happy with two. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the other positives. Oh, I thought Saquon had some good runs. I really hope the Giants bring him back. I've said that all year. I said that in the off season. Like, come on, can we sign this guy? He doesn't give up. Like, this is a game where he could have given up. He did not. He was running hard all the way through. I just. What else? Oh, the defense was a defense, like I said, some turnovers, but they gave up a lot of yards. Dallas was on track at some point to break the yardage record all time in an NFL game. Actually, they showed it on the TV, they had the largest discrepancy of yardage against an opponent since 1962. Now, the Giants gained yards back on Dallas since then, so I think that actually went away. But that was funny to see for a minute. Otherwise, our kicker made a field goal. That's pretty good. Our backup kicker, we got him in there, and he was able to kick a field goal. He also hit those extra points. That 17 points, that's a clean 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I guess the only other thing I'll say that the Giants made as a mistake, aside from, being injured and having bad play calling and, the normal stuff, was they actually had it when the game was still competitive, they had a fourth and short in the red zone for Dallas, and I was okay with them going for it, but I hate that they tried to run out a shotgun on it. Like, if you want to do a run, do a run. Otherwise, do something to, like, actually try to get the thing. A run out of shotgun was not the move there. Or, they did the run out of shotgun, but I wonder if that actually was supposed to be a QB read. Because if it was supposed to be a QB read, I feel like DeVito should have just kept it. I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, that would probably be my one actual critique, because otherwise the season's over. I actually like the defense. I think that normally plays well. I know 49 points, a ton of yards. Yeah. Who cares? We're evaluating here, okay? Our defense got really injured in this game. That was a real negative. Kayvon ended up out with a concussion. Deontay Banks had something with his ankle. And these are young guys that you really want to be cornerstones on this defense, getting injured like that. It's a huge part of the reason why Dallas put 49 points instead of only like 30. And it was a real shame to see those guys go out. Other good news, Azeez Ojulari came back. He's a great player when he's on the field. He had the Giants rookie sack record. He has 8.5 sacks as a rookie for the Giants. He's injured a lot, so he's not always out there. But it's good to see him out there. He had a couple pressures. I think he had to tackle or something. So that was really good. What else? I think that's about it. I really think that wraps everything up. There's just nothing to say, man. Looking forward. Giants have a winnable game next week against Washington. And, if they run Saquon well, Andrew Thomas was able to come back. He got injured at one point in the game even, but he was able to come back. So, Andrew Thomas, great left tackle. If Saquon's able to continue to run well against Washington, the Giants could beat Washington. Like, it's a division game. We beat Washington last time. Yeah, I know that was with Tyrod, but if DeVito's getting more comfortable, we could see some stuff happen. And especially, this was something that was also missed against Dallas. Jalen Hyatt is great at running past the defense. He did it again against Dallas, but DeVito could not get the ball to him. It was a real shame. These Giants quarterbacks, they need to figure out how to get the ball to Jalen Hyatt. It's a real shame. Tyrod's the only guy that's been able to somewhat consistently do it. The Giants go to draft a quarterback. I'd be like, in the draft interviews, I'd be like, so we have this guy on the team named Jalen Hyatt. How are you going to get him the ball? Do you know how to throw a deep ball? Like, you lob it, you throw it to where the guy's going to be, not where he is, so it's not underthrown. You know how that works. You know how physics works. Okay, good. Just really give them that whole pep talk that they need it, because we need to get the ball to Jalen Hyatt. He's a good receiver. He's just so underutilized. His talent is being wasted this season. At least it's evident that it exists. So if we get someone that can throw him the ball, he can be a great Giants wide receiver. Okay, that one's it. I think that's all I got. Winnable game next week, but otherwise, we're not in for a great rest of the year. Looking ahead to the draft already. It's a real shame that the season's gone like this, but, I figured that out for sure against the Raiders, so I'm not really upset anymore. Very numb to it. See you guys in the next one.